Good afternoon. It is September 12th. I'm here with our special guest, Dennis Harris. This is Daniel Ryan, Executive Director of the West Texas Talent Search. And you joined us today for the West Texas Radio Network on YouTube. So, hello, Dennis.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm good. Now, you're actually one of the more professional, I would say, of our semifinalists because you've been doing this a long time, plus you've taught.
Yes, sir. I've been playing guitar for about 20 years now. I started playing classical guitar about 10 years ago, and you are correct. I have a master's in teaching and a master's in music education, and I teach at both Odessa College and UTPB.
And so, what kind of classes do you teach?
Mostly private lessons on guitar. I take students in, and through the college and the universities, what we do is we teach a lot of the classical repertoire, but we also explore things like some of the blues, the country, and the chords, and some of the alternate styles other than that.
So you're not sitting there time after time trying to teach someone to play Bad Bad Leroy Brown over?
Oh, no. We normally start with the classical technique because it is the most advanced technique. That's the most proficient, and it'll enable you to get to be able to play whatever you want. So that if your true desires may be blues, jazz, or country, or rock, or anything, that you can actually take this and transfer it over and become more efficient and even a better player in your own style.
And so have you run across many talents?
Oh yes, there's several talents. I have everything from one student who's a ninth grader right now who's phenomenal, and he's a classical guitarist, and I also have one student in his 40s that he's really picked up the classical guitar very, very fast.
And so what made you, first I guess, what made you want to enter the contest?
Mostly it's a chance to broadcast the classical guitar. What I find is that a lot of people haven't been exposed to the classical guitar, especially in this area. So having the opportunity to perform in something like this kind of venue gives me a chance to expose the people to what I love.
And you could win.
Possibly. So that's hopefully the end goal.
We'll find out. That's up to everybody who comes out on October 1st. The show is October 1st at the Ector Theater at 7:30. And so we're going to get a little bit of a preview of what Dennis does right now, if he'll play for us. Will you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have no problem playing and being on stage. I mean, it comes naturally to you.
Oh yeah, I love playing on stage. I love being in front of an audience. As long as you put a guitar in my hand, I love the prestige of being on a stage.
So what makes you uncomfortable? What would be pushing your limits or pushing the envelope for you?
On a stage, anything pre-recorded, I'm definitely not an actor. Pushing my limits, anything as long as I'm not acting, I love just going up, being, like I said, I love being in front of an audience as long as I can just kind of be myself.
Now, you have a wife and a family I've seen. Now, do you play at home a lot? Make everybody listen?
No, not really. I kind of wish I could more, but my son, being 2, doesn't allow me to play a guitar because he'll come up and try to play with the strings and play too. And, I really don't get a chance to play at home as much as I probably would like.
Do you want him to play?
Oh, yeah, he will be playing. He's actually going to probably start on piano within very, very soon. To get that basis, because I find that especially 5 and under, it's easier for them to play something like a piano. The guitar is something that's usually about 5 to 6 or up, just because of some of the limitations of their size, the physical limitations. So I actually would probably start him. I'm going to start him on piano first.
Now, if I ask you your musical inspirations, and you probably talk to your students about your musical inspirations. How many people know who they are? Do they have to go back and look like?
Well, one of the things is one of the things I always joke about and talk about is the fact that most of us classical guitarists are different than everybody else. When you look at like piano players, a lot of them maybe started on like the Chopin or something. And when you look at like the violin players, most of them started on like Vivaldi or something of that sort. When you look at us guitarists, classical guitarists, a lot of us started on things like Nirvana and Metallica. So when we look at my influences, a lot of my influences are actually more of the mainstream guitar influences like Joe Satriani, Yngwie Malmsteen, Steve Vai. Some of them bands, Jimi Hendrix, obviously, SRV. But then we also have the classical technicians, I guess for lack of better words, that influence us, like Andres Segovia and Chris Parkening, to just name a few.
No, at the semifinals, you did a song that was written by, I can't remember his name.
Jose Luis Merlin.
Yes, now he lives actually in Spain.
Argentina.
Argentina.
He's Argentinian, and one of his specialties is kind of like the folk music. A lot of the composers I play, they take a lot of their folk music and make it academic. And what that means is that they'll take music that you might hear like the fair. One of his pieces, actually a perfect example, is called Ropa. And it's kind of influenced by like something you would hear at a fair, whereas like when you go to a place like that, you have different booths, and each booth has its own like musician or musical style. And composers like Jose Luis Merlin will take that influences and take it to the next level that we can actually study at the academic or the university level.
No, you're going to join us actually on September 17th, just a few days from today.
Oh, yes, sir.
And you're going to play outdoors. Have you?
Yes, sir.
You probably played outdoors before, so this is not new for you. But I've never. This is my first outdoor venue, so I'm excited. So, what kind of things can we expect to hear from you on Saturday?
Haven't decided yet. It's probably gonna be a little combination, maybe a little bit of fast stuff, a little bit of slow stuff. I have several songs that are worked up in my program list. Everything ranging from your newer music, stuff that's been written in the past several years that are very progressive in style, to some of the older style, being music that's very influenced from the Spanish culture and the Spanish dances, to Brazilian music. So I haven't fully decided yet, but I guarantee it's going to be exciting.
Well, it is a free concert, so it is from 8 to 10, and I hope everybody who's listening comes out to appreciate some of the songs that Dennis will play for us. And more importantly for Dennis, and more importantly for us, we'd like you to come out October 1st at 7:30 at the Ector Theater and vote for Dennis and help him go on to the finals, so we can enjoy your artistry a little bit longer.
Well, thank you very much. I really enjoyed my time here.
Well, thank you. And so this was the September 12th show of the West Texas Radio Network. Have a great day. We look forward to hearing from us tomorrow. Bye.